and we're talking about the leaky-eyed man. All right. And
Yeah.
so just to catch you up for those who haven't, who just tuning in, it was basically a man paying children to lure other children to have his way with them and kill them,
Yeah. It was basically a group of killers.
basically.
And this guy, Dean Arnold Coral,
Hmm.
was like the head guy. He was the only adult in the situation. The other was the two, like the leaky eyed man, which his name was Elmer Wayne Henley.
Hmm.
He was around 15 at the time. And his other accomplice was David Owen Brooks. And he paid these young kids to bring their classmates and friends over to have sex
Right.
with them and kill them.
And so you guys at home, he gave them $200. And like I said earlier, that's a lot of money back in 1970.
Yeah,
Okay. For a 15-year-old, to
yeah,
have.
yeah,
Now, I got to ask you though, you just said a group of killers.
yeah.
I mean, can you truly hold these kids accountable for luring these other kids?
Yeah, because
Absolutely.
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
because Elmer Wayne,
Hmm.
the 15-year-old, the guy who's actually the leaky eyed man,
Right.
he actually was convicted of 6 other murders. He actually helped. He admitted.
To having a part in
Yeah,
it.
he said when he first started doing it, he didn't know that they were
Yeah.
getting killed.
Hmm.
Then he found out, and I guess he started liking this shit or whatever. But he was actually convicted of 6 other murders.
So you're saying that if he had not admitted that he liked it and the other six murder situation, that it would be a chance that he wouldn't be prosecuted. Because remember, he's a
Probably
child.
so. He probably would have, because the reason why he had to come out, because he actually killed the Candyman.
Right, right. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So let's just
So
make
it was
everybody
like
aware.
the blankets was off. He had to tell everything after he killed old boy.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys at home, just to follow up, he didn't kill the actual Candyman from the movie. He actually killed the guy who was paying him to lure other children. And what transpired at that situation was basically the guy, 15-year-old kid, brought in a teenager, a chick with him, and the man didn't like that, so he got him drunk or whatnot, and he wanted to kill him.
Yeah, yeah.
And the boy, some kind of way,
Yeah,
Outsmarted them.
it's a
yeah,
crazy
He
story,
outsmarted
bro,
them.
because
yeah, go
this
ahead
other
with it.
guy, David Owen Brooks, he was only convicted of one of the murders.
One, and
Yeah.
how much time did he get?
He got life.
See, that's what I'm talking about. Now I know I would say something totally different if they probably didn't, and if this was a black person, but truly, you're only 15 years old, and someone has manipulated you to do all of these things. You don't know better, even though you claim you know right from wrong. You really don't.
Yeah, but at the time when he got caught, he was 17, which is still a child,
Yeah.
but still, come on now, 17.
But
Eh,
he was still under manipulation of a man that
yeah,
was
he
around for a
was.
good couple of years. So
Yeah, but still, that's some shit, some real shit to be manipulated on. Murdering motherfuckers.
yeah,
I
I mean,
mean, people know right from wrong. I don't care if you're 2 years old.
yeah,
You
Well,
know
yeah.
Trent.
right from wrong.
Trent, people
Yeah.
could be brainwashed. I just think
Hmm.
that was,
Yeah, I know that's the case. Yeah, you
yeah,
definitely can be
right.
brainwashed. Yeah,
I think at being 14, 15 years old, I think that you, I'm not saying what you do is right, but or you shouldn't be held accountable in some shape, form, or fashion, but receiving life for this event.
Yeah.
it was a pretty harsh sentence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it's
Yeah.
agreed.
For somebody that was manipulated for
well,
a
shit. Think of
couple of
the
years.
people that died since.
I know, Trent.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to make light of their
Well, let me
situation.
ask you this: do you
What?
think he should be free walking around among society today?
Yes.
Like,
Fuck no.
What? No.
Well,
Fuck no.
I'm
nah.
gonna tell you.
The man was a
Nah, bro.
mastermind, for God's sake.
Well, no, he wasn't a
Nah, he
mastermind.
He was just
he's
a
an
puppet.
accomplice.
What
Yeah,
the,
he was a puppet.
yeah, the
Oh, no, no,
teen
no.
the
The
teen
team.
is
Okay.
now an adult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, I do think he should have been. I mean,
I don't think he should be free. Maybe with some type of supervision, but I don't know, bro.
Like, his name is David Owens. So that was the guy that basically murdered Dean Correll, right?
No, it was Elmer
Or
Wayne.
Emma
Elmer
Wayne.
Wayne.
That's the
Yeah.
actual leaky eyed man,
I
Elmer
right.
Wayne.
I correct me if I'm wrong, but I do recall in this conversation that one of the boys at first he didn't know that he was in a situation, but now he kind of liked the situation and he continued to go along with it with this whole murder case whatsoever.
Yeah, 'cause you
So
thought it
in
was like a sex
part,
ring.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
But in part, since now this guy or this kid, whatever you want to call it, is agreeing into being an accomplice with this man. I don't mean to play devil's advocate here, but wouldn't that legally prove that he intentionally did it, and that would kind of lean to a point that he did sort of like the life sentence? I'm just saying it from a legal perspective.
You're saying that he would deserve it. Okay.
I'm saying it from a legal perspective.
Right. From a legal perspective, I hear what you're saying. And from a moral
yeah, moral perspective, we know he wouldn't deserve life.
Okay. Now, here's the situation, though. In his early life, he was in school. All right. His dad was a piece of shit, whatnot. And his mother had to do everything on her own. So he basically kind of had to drop out of school. And he tried to help out with little odd jobs here and there. So he needed the money. So here you have this grown
That's
man.
a hell of an odd job, bro.
No.
Murder?
He did multiple odd jobs.
Yeah,
okay.
And then this man offers him money, $200. And that was a lot of fucking money.
That's for
And
each
there was
murder.
an opportunity
Yeah,
for
for
him
each- for
to
each murder.
get out of
Wrong.
whatever.
Right, to get his mother out of a situation. So even in the audio call, he calls his mother. So he's very close with his mother. I mean, so when you look at these situations, I don't see this man as a killer. I see him as an actual victim of this other guy.
I see him as a killer.
Well,
I see him as a
I
killer.
see him as both, to be
Yeah,
honest.
I see him as a killer.
He
I mean,
was-
because come on, man, you 16, 17 years old. You're not an adult, but you know fucking wrong from right.
I
And
second that.
Yeah, and you fucking, of course, know the ultimate wrong.
Yes.
When you start seeing blood and screaming and people tied to handcuffs to torture boards, come on, bro.
But I
Yeah.
do believe he started off as a victim though, because thinking about it,
Oh,
and then
about that.
he did, and because Dean was manipulating him before then, he was paying him for
Sex.
sexual acts as
Yeah.
well. So his mind was already warped. So,
Okay, well, if we want to go
And
to
then
Lifetime movie,
Oh,
he's
way-
looking at
you
it-
know
No, it's
what
not
I'm saying?
Lifetime. It's real.
It's real.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying, okay, people can be manipulated, but still, like I say, you fucking know right from
you're
wrong.
right about that,
Yes.
because
Yeah.
there will come a point of time where he will have to draw a line. He'll
Yeah.
have to say, no, wrong is wrong. So
Yeah.
I do
Right.
agree about
Yeah.
that.
well,
Yeah.
here goes. Oh, no, you go ahead. I'll
But the
let you
thing
say it.
is, he was getting paid. So, and he was going through his struggling times. So he's like, I'm getting paid. I'm getting money. I'm making more than I was. So,
Okay, but
we're
when you
probably
said
thinking
that,
too.
you said, okay, that was a lot of money. He had to help out his mom. Okay, I'm thinking about when we was 15 and 16. What if somebody would have paid me $200 to bring y'all ass to them so he can do some shit like that to y'all?
Well,
You think you'd have been okay with me doing that shit?
no, I
Yeah.
wouldn't have been okay with you doing that because it would you betrayed, a friend.
That's what I'm saying. That's it. That's basically what he did, because I think they said 11 of the kids actually went to school with leaky eye.
Right. They did.
Yeah.
They did. But here's the thing. The other aspect that we missed out is that, morally he knows that was right or wrong, but we forgot about the drugs and alcohol use.
Yeah.
Underage.
Yeah.
You can be an influence to do anything.
Saying that,
I
bro.
do.
Yep,
I
you
do
can be
believe that. I
influenced.
do believe that.
Bro, when I was 17, I mean, I wasn't grown in the mind, but couldn't nobody get me to do no shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So do you think you could be manipulated at that age to do some shit like that,
Bro, he looked like he was the type to get manipulated very easily.
Jay?
No, I'm talking about the guy. I hope not, Jay.
But I want to hear Jay's answer. Fuck no.
No.
That's what I'm saying. Come on, bro.
Come on. You
I
can't.
mean, he was a victim to a certain extent.
Yeah, he was a victim.
And then when you get caught, you try to save your ass. That's the first thing.
Yeah,
Self-preservation.
self-preservation.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right
So-
about that. You're right.
Yeah.
But
Talk about
I just think that I really do think that a life sentence for these particular guys was a bit
He got
hard.
6 of them.
Yeah, 6 of them for the 6 bodies.
Yeah.
But it just they have. Hopefully they looked at everything surrounding the case, like I'm saying, psychologically and the manipulation. But I really think that he shouldn't have been. And I'm gonna tell you why. Here's another reason why. The other reason why he shouldn't have been is because at that time it was so early, right? There was a huge fascination with Ted Bundy.
Okay.
Oh, my
Charles Manson, and the idea that the government had not understood serial killers yet.
You know that John Wayne Gacy was actually a copycat of the Candyman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What?
he admitted to it in jail because he tried to use young boys to recruit,
Oh, you know
just
what? You
like
so right. Yeah,
Candyman.
yeah, you sure
Then
right.
he had the torture board just like Candyman. He said he took
There,
pointers from
what
the
they did.
Candyman.
Just
Yeah,
See, okay, and that's what I'm saying. I think they were sentenced the way they were was because the FBI had not had the profile of a serial killer yet, and they would really want to talk to the old man, but they couldn't because he killed him.
yeah.
I think that's what the sentences were for, to killing that particular guy.
No, he actually
That was
They-
a
self-defense.
Yeah,
I
self-defense
mean,
charge.
no. What I'm saying is the reason why the courts were so harsh on him and giving him life, because that was an opportunity that they could have had this man and would have talked to and understood his mind and how it works. Because at that time there was a huge fascination with the serial killers.
Well, how about
Mm.
just because he killed 6 people and was accomplice for 30 other shit? That's enough, bro. His ass should have got 30 life sentences.
But here's the thing, though. Throughout our history of this situation, they never let these guys go. They always want to
Keep 'em.
talk to them
Yeah.
and see what the hell is wrong with them.
Yeah,
You know,
pick their brain and shit.
yeah. And I think that's what they got. That's what this guy got caught up in, is because when he killed nobody in self defense, they was hot. They were mad that you killed him. If you just would have hit him over the head and everything, you'd be free right now.
Well, if he wouldn't have killed him, they wouldn't have never knew. He would have kept on killing it. You know what I'm saying? There was no
Right.
It wasn't they wasn't on his trail. They knew about the killings, but
Right.
what opened the
door.
doors was the killing.
Because he killed him.
Yeah, and that's when he admitted. He told him about the bodies in Hiram Clark, the
Right.
bodies in Galveston, and the bodies in Sam Rayburn, whatever that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, but you said the bodies in Galveston, right?
Yeah, Bolivar
Okay.
Peninsula.
Bottom of the peninsula.
Bolivar. Yeah.
Bolivar. Okay, how did they ever say how exactly that happened, or
Well, he just had different dumping grounds.
that's dumping
And the one on Player Street in Hiram Clark
Clark,
was his main
dumping,
dumping ground.
right? And
Yeah.
that was because his house
It was a boat shed.
boat shed.
He rented a boat shed there, and it had a dirt floor. And he could go in this big boat shed, close the doors,
and call it a day.
yeah, and call it a day.
And he worked for the light company.
Yeah.
For the light company
Yeah.
that in the
And we're talking about CORLL, right? The
Yeah,
Candyman.
yeah.
And the reason why they call him the Candyman because his
He had the candy truck.
his
No.
family owned
A candy business.
a candy business
Yes.
in the Heights.
And
yeah.
he would give candy out to the
He
kids
would give
in the
candy out.
neighborhood.
But sometimes with his involvement in, running the candy business was a little bit shaky because he was switching in between his cover-up job as the Candyman and then his private thing. What he does is, raping and murdering kids on the side.
But he also was an electrician.
Yes, he was that too.
Yeah.
He was a very unstable man in many job professions.
I mean, well, there's really probably no telling how many he really did kill. This is all the ones that they was able
That's
to
the only
tell.
one. These are only the ones that Elmer
and
knew
and
about.
Brooks knew about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And during that time period, reports said that over 40 boys had came up missing
Yeah.
during that time period. So you
Whoa.
can't
Yeah.
think that he didn't have something to do with those other kids either.
Yeah.
He was probably
Facts.
acting alone as well.
Yeah.
Facts.
Mhm.
And then a lot of the boys were listed as runaways, so they didn't look for them for a while.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So we're back at that same exact situation
with the
with the police not sharing information, not listing as a runaway. Oh, he'll be back tomorrow, but tomorrow never comes, so they don't
Right.
give a shit.
And then he made some of the kids write notes, like goodbye notes to his
Yeah.
parents. So they're definitely not looking for these kids.
that is
Wow.
horrifying.
So
Just
they just basically
Just
see, oh,
picture
my
that.
kid just ran away. They'll come back. So
just
they
picture
ain't
that
even
you
worried.
writing this note, this man making you write this fucking note to your parents.
Because you're never coming
You
back.
basically know you're gonna die. That's crazy, man.
Right. What were the kids though? Excuse me. This is not against anyone, but were all the kids that they found, were they gay? Were
They were
they?
kids, man.
They
They-
were-
well, they were like 17, 16, 18. They were kids. They were basically following these other teenagers there.
Just there.
Yeah,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying?
And then he would probably get them drunk.
they
and
were
yeah,
expecting beer,
Yeah.
weed, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, and it wasn't beer and weed they got.
Yeah. Well, they probably got that too.
Yeah,
Yeah, to
They
make
got
them
that
high.
at
So
a
they
cost.
won't-
And some more.
right.
Maybe that was the
Yeah.
70s way of saying magic juice.
not funny.
It is funny now. Everybody's laughing.
I know.
Yeah,
I
it is
didn't
funny,
even
yeah.
mean to laugh. I didn't think I was gonna laugh on this episode at all. But that's
No, listen.
Yeah.
I am not hating on nothing that happened. I will laugh. I will make jokes because sometimes in harsh situations you have to find joy. You have to laugh things off or whatever. Because if you don't, this should drive you crazy.
yeah.
That's why I decided to make the joke.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Thank you for that.
And then you know what made me even want to do this podcast
Mhm.
because our IT guy OZ he mentioned it on an earlier podcast and it rung a bell and I remember my mom
Mhm.
and my uncles talking about it when I was a kid
Right.
and I thought it was just an urban legend,
Right.
but come to find out it's a real fucking person.
A
This
real
leaky
person.
this leaky eyed man.
Right.
And the reason why they called him the leaky eyed man, I found out, is because the kids that didn't get caught, that got away, they described him as having watery or leaky eyes, like puffy, watery eyes.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Okay. Stop. I actually saw an interview with him at one point, and
Yeah.
I saw him using a little piece of paper to do
Wiping his eyes and shit. Yeah. I seen that one too.
Yeah. So there was kids that actually got away from him.
Apparently so.
Huh.
Yeah.
See, that's makes now. Oh, you guys at home, the sad part. This probably no bearing, but still, I need to say, in this situation and victims in this story, but finally, good thing is there's no black people involved. Like we have nothing to do with that. I mean, this is only white victims,
Come on,
white
man.
killers.
Come on.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, I know. Come on, let's go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah, so in 2012, a photo of a boy handcuffed and screaming, it came up. Somebody found a picture of a boy handcuffed and screaming. Come to find out that old boy Henley,
Uh-huh.
the leaky eyed man, his mother had got his belongings together since he'd been in jail and dumped them. And somebody and this photo was in this, in this trash.
Wow.
And this guy found it. But this victim, they got this picture and they took it to the jail and showed it, and he couldn't identify the boy. So that proves that this guy Candyman was doing like Janet said.
Yeah, he was acting alone.
He was
as
acting
well.
alone. He was acting alone because old boy couldn't identify it. So this 29th victim, they still trying to identify this 29th victim.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay.
Yeah.
So the leaky eyed man.
Yeah.
It was his stuff that was.
It was his stuff. Yeah.
But he couldn't identify him. But it didn't find it in David's stuff.
No, they found it in the leaky eye guy's stuff.
Elmer.
So you're saying that proves that Elmer Henley was doing it on his own too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Or at least one of them was doing it on their own.
So my thing is, did he have like a mental health issue too? Was he mentally sick?
Okay.
He probably got to be sick.
He has
Shit
to
like
be.
that. Yeah.
Well, here's the problem with that. All of the serial killers
Are mentally sick.
have above average IQ.
They're still mentally sick.
I'm just saying they're really smart.
I
All
think
right.
They said Hensley's was like 126 or something. His
Right.
IQ was 126.
Right. So the thing is that's with all serial killers. So when you say mentally sick, we take the act that they're doing sick, but it's something there. But for some reason, there's not one retard.
Well, you could be smart as hell and dumb as hell at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
I mean, look, remembering shit that you learn don't make you smart.
Right.
I mean, that's how I look at knowledge. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
You
okay.
can
I mean,
remember
no,
a
I
lot of
got
shit.
you.
That don't make you smart.
I'm like,
Okay.
you can still be
You know-
smart, but be sick on it.
Inside, he's
Yeah.
definitely
So-
sick to do that anyway.
Can
but-
I go ahead?
Go ahead, bro.
No,
Can I also state too? You also have to look at the emotional, environmental factors that leads to bipolar disorder type 2, which is a learned disorder. This is what basically oh God, what was Dean Collin was definitely suffering through. He was suffering through bipolar disorder, so he's going through a lot of emotional shit that's causing him to do random crazy acts too as a factor.
You talk about Candyman.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Cool. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, Candyman is what it is, but
Oh yeah.
but I guess you can't talk about Candyman without Well, you can't talk about the Leaky Eyed Man without talking about Candyman because
Yeah.
I mean, but if you're looking at this in a sick way,
Mhm.
in a sick way, the idea of a serial killer is having everyone forever and ever and ever to talk about you. You want to be the greatest of what you do. And Elmer Henley, he developed the name the Leaky Eyed Man. The dude
Wow.
before him had the name, you know what I'm saying, Candyman. I mean, that's a great achievement.
I don't think so.
I mean, well, I'm
Not
just
in that
saying.
way though.
I
I
mean,
don't
well,
think so. I mean, just somebody knowing your fucking name.
yeah, of course.
What do you get out of that?
Well,
They do.
technically he lives on forever, even though he's
Nah,
dead
your
now.
name.
His
People
legend,
will see.
his
Right.
legend lives on forever. He'll be passed down through the generations.
Well, how does he enjoy that when he's dead? If he's dead or something.
Well,
It's the satisfaction of knowing it's gonna happen.
Okay.
yeah, everyone's gonna always know John Wayne Gacy, you know, Ted Bundy. You're gonna
But
know.
Mhm.
I never understood people wanting fame. You know what I'm saying? I always wanted money.
Well, I
You
mean,
can keep the fucking fame. You know what I'm saying?
right,
I want the
right.
money.
No, I get it, but
I
I'm
just
just
don't get
saying
that. Yeah.
with the serial killers, it's a big deal.
Yeah.
They don't want the money;
They want
they want the fame. This is the reason why they would write letters.
they want to
to the-
almost get caught. not
Yes,
get-
this is why they
yeah.
would do that. Write letters to the media, have them talk about them. They love the fame, and they're gonna live forever.
Wow. Well, y'all know this guy, the third accomplice, David Brooks.
Right?
Yes.
He actually died of COVID this year.
Yeah.
May 28th. He died in the Texas
Right.
penitentiary of COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
That's
how
what
long he had to serve? What? About
life.
He had
yeah,
life.
He had a
too?
life
Life.
sentence.
Yeah, life sentence.
You know, I mean, the guy right now is like 64 years old. I mean, some of us have grandparents that old.
Yeah.
You know, he's 64 years old. I mean,
It's not
Shit,
that
some
old.
of us
Right.
almost that old. Shit.
Right,
I'm almost 64.
right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? You know, so
Wow.
that is, it's really scary. I mean, I really do think it's scary when you think about it, because you could have been very well a little kid just moseying around having a good time, and someone said, "Hey man, you want to go
Smoke some weed.
want to smoke some weed with us?" Yeah, let's do that shit.
Right.
Yeah,
And
y'all-
you 14 or 13 or I think the youngest victim he had was 9.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah, that's
right? But you 14, 15 thinking, shit, anyone come at me, I'm gonna get a stick and beat their ass.
yeah, for real. I
And
know, right?
next thing you know, your ass on the board,
I know, right?
screaming and shit. No one
And
can hear
then
you.
this guy Brooks, the one that died,
Mhm.
he said once they were on that board,
Mhm.
meaning the torture board, they were good as dead.
That's horrible.
So they stuck around to see the murder and all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just thinking that once I seen that shit the first time, I don't think I would have went back.
Yeah, I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I try to find another
Yeah.
thing, but then when you say shit like that, I'm like, no. Because
Yeah.
I would think like if it was you and I, we would have talked about that shit. Like,
I know,
that's
right?
fucked up,
I know
Jay.
that's fucked up.
Yeah, we ain't going back. Fuck him.
I know,
You
right?
know what I'm saying? I mean, for real, like
Yeah.
he gonna be at your door though.
But that
Yeah.
shows
we,
you
we,
that.
we, we'd have figured out a way to try to kill him then.
Exactly.
But that shows you that they actually did enjoy that. You
Yeah.
can't tell me that they
Yeah.
did not enjoy
Yeah.
that.
Right.
It was probably a power trip. Who knows?
That's what
They
I'm
enjoyed
saying.
that.
Right.
That's
That's
what
why
I'm
they
saying.
got the life sentences. You know, you could be 100% right. I just still try to go on the other side to try to put it together, but it does show that they, you know, enjoyed what it was.
Something kept them there.
Yeah, something
You know what I'm
did.
saying?
And the thing is, they probably was picked on, so they had the advantage to pick on somebody else. So
Well, I don't know.
That's
They-
way
probably been
beyond
bullied.
picking on.
yeah, I think that's that's
Yeah.
kind of tough.
I,
You know,
I get what Nicole is saying,
I get
though.
what she's saying,
Saying
but
that they probably had no power in other areas, but now you have a chance to be
Powerful.
exert your power over somebody
Somebody
else.
else.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a good. I mean, it could very well be.
Yeah.
But I tell you what, guys. I tell you what. I want to thank you guys for actually tuning in. You know, and if you like us, again, of course, please, you know, donate to us at
$ DSB Media on Cash App.
right. If you have a story or anything like that, want to be on the show, have a story to tell or whatever, please email us at
urbanparanormal13@gmail.com. And you can also go to teespring.com and type in the Urban Paranormal Podcast, and you can find our hoodies, leggings, socks, t-shirts, all kind of nice merch.
Right.
Yeah.
So while you're looking all this stuff up, right? We're going to be right back in about 5-10 minutes, right? We're going to take a break, and we'll be right back. We out.